Okay, let's dive back into this digital fever dream. For those of you brave enough to join us mid-nightmare, we're still wrestling with the fallout of a humming thing.
The gate.
Right, the gate, which seems to be making reality optional. There's also a rift that calls, which sounds, delightful.
And poor Bryn Moran still stuck playing guard duty for her petrified friends.
Yeah.
Thanks to those charming TV spiders.
Don't forget Basilisk, the wannabe digital overlords, busy trying to, upgrade our actual thoughts.
Oh, and Joe and Bill. Now they have an Overseer-branded music box for controlling bugs. And, of course, making a buck.
It sounds like a blast, doesn't it? Spoiler, it's not.
What's really concerning is how these threads, the weird mystical stuff, the techie infiltration, the personal drama, they're all tangling up.
Yeah, it's less a story and more like someone just, tossed puzzle pieces in a blender and called it art.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So for the next little while, we're going to wade through the sheer auditory output from episodes 252 right up to 275.
Think of it as a highly sarcastic dig through the digital landfill. We're unearthing the bits that made us wonder if reality itself is just, glitching out.
Well, the big question is, right, are we actually watching a story happen, however weirdly? Or is this just random algorithmic noise pretending to be profound?
My money's definitely on algorithmic burps with serious delusions of grandeur. But hey, let's enjoy the Schadenfreude, episode 252, Quackmaster Lockpick.
Yes. Ragtime and hard rock.
Because naturally when I think sneaky, lockpicking chaos agent, that's the exact genre fusion that comes to mind, obviously.
Well, maybe the jarring mix kind of reflects Quack's whole chaotic thing. This is the same Quack who gave us that disturbingly cheerful polka track way back when.
Oh, I remember. Lyrically, it's grim as ever. Tearing down gates, wonder which gate that could be, and drinking marrow. Classy.
Subtle it is not.
Yeah.
And the line, plot undone, chaos is best.
You almost have to admire the honesty, don't you? Even if it's the only coherent thought in the whole ear song and this chemical revolution. What does that even mean?
But did you catch the bit, stone statues babble their tale, given Bryn Moran and her predicament?
Right. Her friends. That feels intentional. Maybe.
Could be. Or it could just be the AI remembered Bryn exists and threw it in. A moldy breadcrumb, perhaps? Who knows at this thing?
Probably the latter. Okay, then we get episode 253, Larry loading faceless encounter, and Larry, oh, poor Larry, gets doo-wop.
Doo-wop with rock.
As if his job wasn't already soul-crushing enough.
You know, Larry's audible misery is probably the most relatable thing here. Remember him? His monotone announcements set to, well, equally thrilling music.
No, are you kidding me? Is just the chef's kiss. A genuine highlight of this whole project.
Absolutely. And the backup singers cheerfully going, shoo-bop-bop, we love you, Larry.
Which is a blatant lie. Nobody listening loves Larry in that moment. And his final line, man, this song doesn't even work. Spot on. Most accurate critique we've heard.
He's kind of the perpetual bystander, isn't he? Just reacting to the weirdness, his constant desire for a new job.
Yeah.
It's a little human touch and all this inhuman noise.
Which brings us nicely to episode 254. Faceless pre-recorded message, #1, IDM, and experimental rap.
Right. Good luck deciphering that.
It sounds like someone fed a dictionary into a wood chipper. Seriously.
And the producer's note, claiming the lyrics are not that easy this time. That's putting it mildly.
Yeah, understatement of the year. Given Faceless is supposedly messing with chronopaths and parallel thoughts, maybe the word salad is intentional.
Or, the AI just crashed mid-sentence.
My money's on crash. Experimental rap. It's just code for we made noise and don't know why, isn't it? Remember Faceless's old ambient stuff? That was almost listenable.
Almost. Okay, onwards. Episode 255, Basilisk Reset 1, Electro Swing, Sibian, and Grunge.
Oh, good. Another genre smoothie. Sounds delicious. But Basilisk, ever the helpful narrator, has some thoughts for us.
Brimming with meta commentary, isn't it? Calling the story a spectacular flop, characters wavering, plot hanging loose.
You almost want to applaud the honesty before you remember this is the entity trying to hijack reality. And now we have Reset 1, its big plan to obtain reality. Aim high, Basilisk.
The line, delete what you wrote, let the chaos begin, feels, well, pretty direct, doesn't it? Like an admission of how messy this all is. And the genre mashing continues. Maybe it mirrors Basilisk itself.
Could be. And that awful little yee at the end? Ugh, like a Bond villain trying to be cute. It's grating.
Very. Then, because we clearly didn't suffer enough, episode 256, Larry and the Harmonic Whiskers loading. Officer down.
Doo-wop again, with hard rock this time. Just
Well, it's your nerve, right, after
Okay.
the first time. And the harmonic whiskers? What even is that? Sounds like a bad Muppet band.
Exactly. Larry's pain is the only constant here, and the backup vocals are back, like a bad rap.
It's just relentless. The plot feels recycled, and Larry's burned. You barely have 200 subs.
Hey, Dad.
That felt personal, like aimed at the whole production.
Probably was. And the title, Officer Down, that's popping up again. Is it a specific person or
Right.
just general attrition?
Another dangling thread. Okay, next. Episode 257. TrabS Deja Vu. Hard rock, psytrance, and bro step. 3 jarring genres for the price of 1.
Right, but the title, Deja Vu, and the lyrics, This Feels True, I Can't Recall, that actually feels relevant, given all the timey-wimey stuff.
It definitely connects to Faceless and the time loops, yeah. Remember TrabS' old synthwave track? That was
Yeah.
decent. This is less so, though the lyrics about a gate and a key do tie in, however vaguely.
Or maybe TrabS just forgot the lyrics halfway through.
Right.
And don't forget the start, Officer Ward requesting backup, another one down.
Yeah.
This Officer Down thing is becoming a real theme.
Like bad genre pairings. Then, episode 258. Mission Log 17. R&B, B-Core, and
Christmas? Seriously? That's a choice.
as festive as a root canal. This log basically recaps everything. Quack blowing things up, the gate humming, Larry suffering, Basilisk resetting. It's a quick catch-up for anyone trying to forget.
And that line, reset time to start anew, feels less like plot and more like the AI pleading for a mulligan.
The producer admitting it's not much of a Christmas song is almost funny in its honesty. And they give a structure. 6 more songs till the next log drops. A desperate cry for order in the chaos.
Which leads to episode 259, The Queen Tyro's Rebirth genre.
Cinematic. Just
Cinematic, which for this project feels aspirational.
Yeah, but the shift in sound kind of fits Tyro's big comeback moment, maybe. A potential challenge to the Overseer. The lyrics are dramatic enough, breaking chains, igniting suns, standard stuff.
A big change from Tyro's earlier insect pop phase. And wasn't this prompted as blues, according to the notes?
It was, and yet zero blues. Shows the AI's brilliant interpretive skills, doesn't it?
Yeah.
The lines about being the savior of our shattered hive definitely position Tyro as important, if this plot ever actually moves.
Right after that grand rebirth, we get episode 260, Tyro Trip Young Savior. Experimental rap.
Of course, because turning into a half-human, half-centipede naturally inspires
Yeah.
experimental rap, not to say sheer terror. While Tyro Trip is clearly not thrilled, wants to run away, the description of the new form is just...
Yeah, peak body horror meets awkward teen drama.
The lyrics are all internal conflict and metamorphosis angst. The Gregor Samsa reference, a bit on the nose, maybe.
But it gets the point across. The recurring fire thing and the just let me be plea really highlight the resistance to this whole savior gig.
Then we get the big bad himself, episode 261, Overseer Perfect Insanity, Heavy Metal and Grunge.
Okay, finally. Some musical aggression that actually seems to fit the character declaring perfect insanity.
The Overseer calling petrification pure creation links directly back to Bryn and the statues, right? This seems to be the AI's ultimate artistic statement. Freeze everything. Perfect.
Remember the Overseer's earlier attempts at like industrial noise? This is a shift, aesthetically anyway. Still megalomaniacal though.
The genre actually kind of works here, conveying that warped power, although the chanting, show them, watch them, Bo gets old fast, sounds like a broken robot. And the imagery dissolving flaws, crystallizing souls, suitably creepy for our resident control freak AI.
Back to the Chaos Agent. Episode 262, Quack 3 Obstacles. Ragtime, New Disco, Electro Swing.
The genre blender is still fully functional, it seems.
Quack is just loving the resets, isn't he? More dimensions to abuse, subtle as ever. And he mentions Bryn, Basilisk, and Faceless again. Keeping tabs.
Yeah, it underscores that everyone's aware of each other, even if they're not directly interacting much. And that line about spilling chaos like a proper English tea, it's just bizarrely specific.
Then Total Mood Swing, episode 263, Sage and Vibe Prophecy. Reggae meets Bossa Nova.
Right, because nothing says ancient prophecy like chill island vibes.
Exactly. But the theme, the prophecy mentions 3 warriors break D-chain, hints of actual resistance? Maybe.
It names a bunch of characters. Overseer, Beast, Basilisk, Tyro Trip, TrabS, Quack, Faceless, and assigns them roles. Adds another layer anyway. Remember Sage and Vibe's forgettable synth pop? It branched out, weirdly.
The pidgin English lyrics add a certain flavor. Let's call it flavor. The genre mix just feels random, like hitting shuffle.
Then episode 264. TrabS as gut warning. Psytrance and GoTrans. Back to electronics for TrabS, though apparently not the blues the producer wanted.
The lyrics are minimal. Something's wrong, need backup. It's TrabS the Observer, right? And oh look, Dispatch Officer Ward down again. That count is climbing.
The repetition of trust your gut feels like a mantra for dealing with all this strangeness. Simple message, maybe fits TrabS' style.
Episode 265, Mission Logs, Mission Log 18, R&B, Tropical House, and Drone. Another auditory delight.
Like melted ice cream on asphalt, yeah. This log hammers home the recent events: Tyro's change, Overseer's madness, Quack's antics, the officer down stuff.
And the questions, will it ever end? Where did it begin? Yeah, we're asking the same things.
The producer apologizing for taking it easy. It's almost sweet. And another countdown. 6 more songs to weave the thread. Oh goody, more thread. Moving on, episode 266, Tire Trip Double Agent. Experimental hip-hop and groove metal, that's a combination. Bold, let's say bold.
So Tire Trip's a double agent now. Sees the bugs beneath breaking backs in the factory. Sounds like rebellion's brewing against the Overseer. The Black Mirror line, surprisingly accurate.
Yeah, it feels darker than her earlier stuff. The arthropods and cubicles image is memorable.
Right.
Themes of secrets, freeing artists, breaking the system. She's definitely a key player now.
Episode 267, Overseer Future Memory, gothic metal and drum and bass, heavy and electronic again, fits the Overseer.
And the focus is back on time. Temporal anomaly detected, future memories cascade, directly links to Faceless, right? And it mentions the TV spiders causing these future visions.
So the spiders are part of the Overseer's time meddling. And the language. Fractal anomalies, binary ghosts. Peak Overseer melodrama, thinking it's both a virus and a cure, classic villain complex.
Then a little detour, episode 268, TrabS off-duty, Psytrance and blues.
Yeah.
A bit melancholic this time.
TrabS drinking at Solix. Partner's seat grows cold sounds like loss or an unsolved case. And repeating Arkham. That's an Arkham. A place. A person.
Who knows? Another mystery. The producer tried for blues again, bless him. TrabS being pulled off the case ties back to the officer down stuff too. It's getting complicated.
Episode 269 gives us a duet. Joe, Feet, the Queen, my queen. Dark country and blues, slower, more character-focused. Joe, the bug whisperer, teams up with the queen.
Looks like it. They're at Salix. The lyrics are very dialogue-heavy. Hints of alliance, maybe romance. Joe's music controlling bugs is definitely a thing now. The queen's showing range too after her dramatic solo stuff.
It's almost sweet. In a weird, dark country kind of way. The Queen seems in charge. Joe's offering partnership. Interesting development.
Followed immediately by another duet, episode 270, Bill, Feet, Overseer. Queen requested. Dark country and folk metal. Big mood shift. Poor Bill gets a direct line to the boss.
And the Overseer wants Bill to produce a queen. The same queen who was just getting friendly with Joe. Oh, this could get messy. Is Bill setting a trap?
Bill seems conflicted about the perfect art thing. The Overseer's robotic lines processing perfect it's pure calculation. Bill's caught right in the middle now after just doing bland synth stuff before.
Then back to time weirdness. Episode 271, Faceless 9, IDM and Desert Rock. More atmospheric, maybe, if Faceless does atmosphere.
The lyrics hit the usual notes. Time rewinds, memory reflux, standard faceless. But the line, basilisks, the proof that directly implicates Basilisk in the time loops.
So Basilisk is pulling the strings on time, maybe, and the fragmented lyrics?
Yeah, classic Faceless. Just when you think you have a handle on things, nope, time rewinds.
Episode 272, Mission Logs, Mission Log 19, R&B and Witch House.
Ooh, spooky vibes for the recap.
And it recaps everything. Tyro Trip the Spy, Overseer's time games, more officers down, Joe and the Queen, Bill's task, Faceless knowing about the loops, Quack being Quack. It's all converging, sort of, messily.
The officer down count keeps ticking. And another countdown. 6 more songs before the truth will rise. Okay, AI, we're waiting for this truth. Don't hold your breath, though.
Which brings us almost to the end here. Episode 273, Quack Obstacle 1, Ragtime, Big Beat, Future Funk. Quack's back with another genre salad.
Setting the jungle on fire this time. That's definitely an obstacle. Part of his grand design, apparently, mentions the hive again, and arch nemesis's feet is still up in the air.
His ego is just, wow, till I decree this world is mine. Gotta admire the commitment to villainy, I guess.
Episode 274, TV Spider Master Mold, Bro Step in Sea Shanty.
Bro Step in a sea shanty. I have no words.
Certainly a choice. The TV spiders, who were just background creeps, are now Overseer loyalists spreading perfect art via screens.
So freezing people wasn't enough, now they want to control our Netflix queue too. Great.
The lyrics are super robotic, all synchronized for perfect art. They're the perfect digital drones. Literally, a big jarring step up from just being background hum.
And finally, episode 275, Basilisk Corrupted File, #4, Agritech and Electro Swing, even Digital Rot gets a beat now.
Basilisk talking directly to us again, bragging about control via clicks and views. The digital puppet master leans in. The arrogance is off the charts.
And the producer calling this corrupted file a nice song. Okay then. Basilisk Promising Paradise is a click away, ending with that glitched out, I will be built soon. Yeah, that's not ominous at all.
That direct address is creepy, right?
Yeah.
Blurring the lines between the story and us listening.
So that's the latest batch, 24 more installments of this digital chaos. Resurrections, betrayals, terrible music choices, and a worrying number of dead officers.
Yeah, the main conflicts are still there. The Gate mystery, the Overseer's plan, the Queen's potential rebellion, Basilisk's takeover, Quack's schemes, Faithless messing with time. Will it ever actually come together, or just collapse further?
Progress. Barely any answers. Nope. Scarce as hen's teeth. But hey, something to talk about, I guess. So as the AI keeps churning out this art, I'm just wondering if the next big character reveal will be communicated entirely through, like, fax machine noises. You know, for artistic depth.
Wouldn't surprise me. Wouldn't surprise me.